What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. Chigozy. What's good, Tobias? Hey, Itachi. It's Wednesday, January 13th, 20. Good. Hey, Dr. Savage. What's good, man? I look at some fake news propaganda. So if you don't already know, today has Catholic 35, 46, and 55 today. So since we have obvious Catholic with America 32, 1 through 1, the 32nd prime, January 13th. Again today, White House, Capitol Hill. Just the 35 alone will give you that. The 55, 46, Catholic numbers. Dead 14, N14. Dishonest, mainstream, green screen, Bubblecom on 113A. Saying it's okay for the you-know-who's to lie to you, circumvent you through deception. So, I gotta charge my computer. So we got that, all that going on. You know, Thelema 35. Hey, John Wayne. Oh yeah, 5510 like God, and then 35 also like Satan. Oh, good call, bro. So we're gonna edit the title. Because, you know, these people worship Satan. That's their God, essentially. I mean, I put this because of the picture, but again, I mean, let's just put Satanic Riddles. Because we're going to have some Satanic Riddles. I'll even keep this here, because that's what these all are essentially anyway. So I'll even keep the formatting. So Satanic Riddles. And we'll see. Again, Satan. 55. 10. 80, 35. Today they was 55, 10, 35 numerology. And 19. Satan 19. See? 19, 55, 35, and 10. So we have these four numbers, everything but 80 for Satan in the date numerology. And God, like Atachi was saying, 55 and 10. So we're going to get these riddles for sure. Very satanic propaganda. They might even show that one actor again. House debates, historic impeachment. Debate on the House floor ahead of Trump impeachment vote. How are people falling for this, man? Today's vote to condemn Trump's role in inciting the Capitol riot will make him the first to be impeached twice. You see that? So that not only do we have this riddle, again, make America great again, equals 134. Like impeach, 134. And 55, right? Today's the day with 55 numerology. And what are they saying today? Today, right? They use the word today. Today's vote to condemn Trump, to condemn his role in inciting the Capitol riot will make him the first to be impeached twice. See, an impeach equals 55. I don't know what twice equals. 75, 30, you know, Jesuit numbers. Donald Trump equals 60. Donald Trump equals 60. See? Takeaways from the stunning Justice Department news conference on the riot. Metal detectors infuriate lawmakers as some erupt over new measures. See? Create a problem, provide a solution. Now they have up security, more police. Just by the headline, you can tell it's more government nonsense. That's what they're saying. Republicans are erupting. See, if you don't like government tyranny, if you don't like government intervention, you're a Republican. That's so stupid. That's not what it means at all. Guys, I think everyone should be a bit Republican in that sense then. I mean, if being Republican means, you know, not liking government bullshit, then
I have constituents outside this building right now.
Less than a half hour before the
the fuck? I guess I'll play this while I look for my charger out from the computer. 1 second.
Capitol
So you guys can hear it.
came under siege.
They know that this election is not right.
One of the newest Republican House members, 34-year-old Lauren Boebert of Colorado, was on the House floor fanning the flames of the insurrection.
I will not allow the people to be ignored.
She spent the morning tweeting, "Today is 1776, and promising to fight with everything I have to ensure the fairness of the election." And after the deadly violence inside the Capitol, she proudly joined the group of Republicans objecting to certifying the election results. Congresswoman Boebert, now only 6 days into her first congressional term, has quickly become one of the new faces of the conservative provocateurs on Capitol Hill. On the day she was sworn in, she released this flashy video, declaring she'll be bringing her 9mm Glock to the halls of Congress and streets of D.C.
It's our job in Congress to defend your rights, including your Second Amendment, and that's exactly what I'm here to do.
The video went viral. Democrats pounced, calling it a dangerous attention grab, and a stern warning came from the D.C. police chief.
We plan to reach out to the Congresswoman's office to make sure that she is aware of what the laws of the District of Columbia are, what the restrictions are.
Under federal law, lawmakers are allowed to carry guns on Capitol Hill, but not in either legislative chamber. Off Capitol grounds, D.C. law requires a license to carry a firearm and a concealed carry permit, which the Congresswoman says she has already started the process to obtain.
This is something that there's no question that that I will have and be able to carry here in Washington, D.C.
It's unclear if Boebert has already brought her gun to the Capitol.
There's an absolute uproar over people wanting to defend myself. I mean, come on, I'm 5'0", 100 pounds.
Boebert has attracted national attention for a while. She owns Shooter's Grill in her hometown of Rifle, Colorado, a gun-themed restaurant where she encourages her employees to be armed.
We carry firearms not because of gimmick.
And in 2019, she confronted then presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke in this viral moment.
I drove down here from Rifle, Colorado, regarding hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15s and your AR. And your
Let's be respectful. Let's be respectful.
Well, I am here to say hell no, you're not.
And Boebert has since called the violence that happened up here on Capitol Hill inexcusable, but she's still facing calls for her resignation from local officials and local Democrats back home in Colorado. Sunlen Serfati, CNN on Capitol Hill.
I mean, what a bunch of fake news. She went from Rifle, Colorado. She's all about guns, NRA. I mean, you see the mockery already. And then she's 5'10". You know, Federal 51, Conspiracy 51. And guys, how's that not an actor? I mean, you saw exactly, like, they had the little movie of her with the gun and everything. Guys, this is an actor for the federal government. This is a congresswoman, but you see what they're literally giving you. And she's the Republican with the gun. See this? How's this not an actor? Absolute
I have constituents
mockery.
outside.
Declaring
Come
she'll
on,
be bringing her
man.
9mm Glock
I will
to
carry
the
my
halls of
Glock to Congress. Guys, we need to carry our Glocks to Congress. That's the whole point. Like, it's like the right message, but just completely misconstrued. And again, I mean, who is she using her Glock against? You know, why not use it against her employers? That's what I'm saying. She's not using it against her employer. This is what she should be doing. And that's a problem with this propaganda. You see that? I will bring my Glock. It's by the numbers. I'll show you. Twitter, Lauren Boebert. Guys, she has a Twitter. Guys, this is an actor. Quit falling for the federal government. These are our elected officials here in America. I spelled it wrong, but maybe they'll help me out here. This person's getting a follow. Guys are acting in federal government propaganda. Look at this with the 45 holding the Summer Saturday's Magic Square. Donald Trump, the 45th president, Holy Bible 45. Guys, I'll expose this person after I go to the chat. Lauren Boebert, 213, like death. What does gun equal? Gun, 42 guns, 47, 61, 25, 20. She's from Colorado. Boebert. Born in 86, but sacrificed 86. Shooter bar in Rifle, Colorado. I mean, come on. It's just such a mockery. You have to be 21 to get a Glock, but you can be 18 and get an AR at 15. Yep, and then work for the federal government. Yeah. Ron Paul was maybe the only politician you would have voted for in the USA. If you have to pick just one out of them all, yeah, I see that. I mean, his script is completely non-ridiculous compared to everyone else. Fibonacci 55, Satan 55. Audio levels sound great today. Excellent. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. MAGA is the 5th level in the Church of Satan. Yep. That's we have some Make America Great Again propaganda.
Day she was sworn in, she released this flashy video, declaring she'll be bringing her 9mm Glock to the halls of Congress and streets of D.C.
It's our job in Congress to defend your
Like,
rights,
I fucking
including
wish.
your Second Amendment, and that's exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do love how she has a Glock loaded up, walking to DC. Like, I will bring my firearm to DC. Like, I guess, again, I fucking love her message. Like, not the whole thing, obviously, but bring that Glock to DC. These people don't want to really end this agenda. Because, again, they're putting the solution right in your fucking face. I will carry my Glock to Congress. I want to see what that equals. Probably some Jesuit order numbers. Look, I will carry, how they have it here, I will carry 58. Like, in God we trust, 58. Annual Coeptus, 58. We the People, 58. Freemasonry, 58. I will carry 58. See that? I will carry my Glock to Congress. I will carry my Glock to Congress equals 153, like Jesuit order. As we said, we're going to have the Jesuit order putting their numbers here. Forwards and backwards, we get 153, the key of David 135, and that probably is, again, the key of David. Carrying our Glocks to Congress, making shit happen. 351, the 26 triangular number, God 26. 153, the 17th triangular number. That's interesting how 351 and its reflection are both triangular numbers. Oh, wait. No, it's not. They're not reflections. Wait. Yeah, they are. 135 just threw me off. See, I need to move on. I'm just thinking too much. 153 is the 17th triangular number. 351, a reflection of that, is the 26th triangular number. God 26 and look at this. God 26 and 17. And on this God date numerology, we're getting something that equals the 26th and 17th triangular number. Glock, God, I can already see it here too. Glock 21, 2021. See gun and guns. I know guns 25. They did update this at the 25th minute of the hour. But real quick, I want to see from her birthday, December 15th till today. I mean, it would just be so easy. It'd be by the number for guns probably, or something stupid. December 15th. How does this actor right now? 34 years old. You'll murder 34. 29 days. A span of 30 days. 4 weeks, 2 days. Oh my God! It's the best number they could possibly use. It's the best number they could possibly use. 4 weeks, 2 days. Female 42. Lady 42. Bitch 42. Gun 42. I literally said it's going to be the numbers for gun or guns or something stupid. And look, gun 42. And yeah, it's perfect. Of all the numbers to use, they use the best one, the female number and the gun number, 42. I mean, are you not seeing this? The stream is done. We always, at the beginning, have these very clear riddles where if you don't get it, there's no point watching anything else. Lauren Boebert equals, well, we'll see what her name equals, but again, they use the number 42 all the time. Gun, G's the 7th letter, use the 21st, ends the 14th. Gun 42, female equals 42, lady 42, bitch 42, feminine 42, FEMME, Femme 42, like Femme Fatale and all that type of stuff. So do you understand how this is a feminine number? There's other numbers they use too, but they love the number 42. So, what do we get? 4 weeks and 2 days from her 34th birthday. See, her birthday, December 15th. They're publishing this today. 4 weeks, a span of 4 weeks, 2 days, 42 from her birthday. She's here carrying her gun. I mean, come on, by the numbers. So what does that fucking tell you? Lauren Boebert is nothing else than a theatrical stage performer for the federal government of the United States of America, for the Jesuit order, the Society of Jesus. That is what she is. She is nothing else. She does nothing else. She goes to Colorado and acts and deceives you in these fake news propaganda events. She takes orders from the Catholic Church. She owns a Shooter's Grill at Ren Restaurant in Rifle, Colorado. This is an actor. That's why. That's why she's all about gun rights in Rifle, Colorado at Shooter's Grill. It wasn't just her little idea to do that. I guess I'm being this explicit because maybe you could quit fucking voting. Quit wasting your time with American politics. Guys, I will sacrifice my time if it means people will stop wasting their time with this shit. Like, I will ironically waste, quote unquote, my time looking through fake news, federal government, political propaganda if it means that the one person who watches this now stops looking at this crap. That's completely fine with me. Look at her birth numerology, or not birth numerology. Look at the day. Wait, I shouldn't have done this. I want to do her birth numerology. This was her birth numerology last year, but that's not what I meant to do. But still important nonetheless. 1986. Born date with 51 life lesson number. She's 5 foot, 1 inch, whatever she said. Oh no, 5 foot tall, 100 pounds. She's born a date with 113 numerology. That's the 30th prime. It's 30 days from her birthday today. And today is January 13th. 113, dishonest, green screen, mainstream, politics. She's in politics. Those all get 113. Bullshit 113. This is complete bullshit. Federal 33 and 51. This is a federal agent. Lord, is this even a real name? I mean, this is fake. And again, she has the Jesuit 78, Death 213 in her name, Federal 138 in her name. 67. Those are blood sacrifice numbers. Rifle. Boebert 31, like Rifle. They both equal 31. The 11th prime number. America 3250. Like Rifle. And then they say metal detectors and the propaganda. Real quick, we'll do that. 5261, 16. Guns. Guns 16. See, guns 1661. Metal detectors 160, which is 16 and 61. And there's more too. There's death, murder numbers. Well, that's what they're talking about here. But I kind of want to move on. I think you get the point. From Colorado with a death, killing, murder. Again, I get it. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. I understand that. But they're using still these death, killing, murder, sacrifice numbers all throughout this. With, guns and stuff like this. Rifle 32. Today's 13/1, 131, the 32nd prime. Now we have Nancy Pelosi, another actor for the federal government, coming out, opening debate on historic impeachment resolution. She opens the debate. And I just really don't want to spend time doing any of the live stuff. I mean, it's just going to be them talking about garbage. Might as well look at the propaganda afterwards. I think there's just easier pieces to look at. The U.S. has suffered its worst day ever for COVID-19 deaths. On this Satan Day, Sacrifice Day. Let's see what they're talking about today, though. 113. Oh yeah, coronavirus pandemic equals 113. So on January 13th, they're telling you this. This is how it's done. It's always by the numbers. That's why you stop believing it. I mean, they're completely making this stuff up with this code. Why, like, right? Why would you believe any of it? They're clearly just doing a riddle. Coronavirus pandemic 113 reversing and reducing. On January 13th, they're telling you the U.S. has suffered its worst day ever for COVID-19 deaths. At 343, murder 34, killing 43, 7 times 7 times 7, 343. Cuba Saturn. Yeah, they report. I figured they reported yesterday with Sarah Seidner crying. But again, it's interesting how they're telling you they're publishing this today. That's what I'm saying. They could have easily published this yesterday. They're publishing this today. It makes sense because the day's over, right? You have to wait till the day's over and then publish it. So I see why they did it. But again, they did it so they can get it to work this way. Oh God, we're really good at singing. Maria. I hope that's not a copyright song he's singing. Over the past week, speaking of some, let's say presumably Mexican guy singing in Spanish, Mexico 33, Mexican 33. Over the past week, the U.S. has averaged more than 3,300 deaths. See, the U.S. has averaged more than 3,300 deaths every day, a jump of more than 217% from mid-November. 33, Corona 33, Masonry. They love the number 33. Even look now more than 131,300, 1313. I mean, it's just by the numbers propaganda every single time. COVID equals 82. Arizona reported a record high 5,082 hospitalized COVID-19 patients. COVID-19 equals 82. Because again, I don't know why I can't find the options anymore. But you get it. You don't count the 19 in numerology, but this calculator does. And they do use it for the riddles, but COVID-19 COVID equal 82. And what are they saying? 5,082. And then here's this one, 118, death 118. Guys, every single number here is just significant. I can't say much about this 217, but I know that there's something really central to this. I just can't think of it right now. But I've seen it. Probably need to document it more. But this 432, the reflection of that is 6. Or add this to its reflection, 234, you get 666, and then 131,300 Americans. I haven't been in that chat in a minute. I gotta stop being away from chat for 7-8 minutes plus. But I mean, you already saw it. Every number, and then they had a 118 later on. Yep, 5 equals 42, like Arizona 42, 5,082. Oh, the 56 game NHL season starts today on January 13th. Nice. That's another 113. Because hockey's very fake. Everything about it's fake. None of the games are real. They call for stimulus checks on 113. That has to be a Bible Come On 113 joke. Exactly. It's definitely a joke for that, especially in their legal setting. Oh, in the UK, supposedly the highest today, and that's how they're doing it. It's the highest today in the UK, but it's the highest yesterday in America. But they're going to talk about it today, and there's probably some bigger riddle with it. The best thing that can be done is the federal government shutdown. Yeah, but the thing is, we need to be the ones that shut them down. That's the only thing. But I mean, everything here in this article is just coded. Every last bit of it. 5,082, 1,180 patients, death 118, the Jewish cipher. Of course, they have the 93 right there. It's just, bullshit and garbage every single time. So, Daniel OJ shared with us some UK propaganda. COVID, UK reports record 1,564 daily deaths. Daily deaths, DD44. 38 minutes ago, too, we caught this at, supposedly, death, killing, murder 38, pandemic 38. It brings the total number of deaths by the measure to 84,767. This is literally a Jesuit blood sacrifice. That's what they're telling you. That's what the Buckingham Palace, the nation of UK, the Kingdom of UK is telling you. Jesuit 84, the Catholic Church 84, the UK, they take all the orders. You can look this up in history. They do everything by the Pope, what the Pope's to get a permission from the Pope. They have always taken orders from the Catholic Church, the entire UK monarchy. And so if they do, why do you think 10 Downing Street will? Do you think 10 Downing Street is not? I can't even say that. 10 Downing Street. And when we write out 10, you get 42 like Jesuit Downing Street. Because that's what it is. A Jesuit ruled place. So Jesuit 84, and then blood sacrifice 76 and 67. And these are the total numbers of deaths. These people do not hide it. See? Dr. Yvonne Doyle, medical director at Public Health England, said there have now been more deaths in the second wave than the first. Dr. Yvonne Doyle equals 56. Guys, this is contrived. This is an actor, agent, or they don't even exist, or they are an installed medical director, installed to be there for this particular time. That's probably even what it is. I'm sure you can look this person up. You could probably even verify they work there. It's probably not hard to do that. That's why I don't feel like I feel like it's even easier for them to just install these people. Because let's just say this wasn't a real medical director. I mean, it's so easy for me to go. Sure, again, there's plenty of times. For example, supposedly, the guy who left all those vials of vaccine out, no one even knows who the guy is. But if you're just a medical director, I don't think they're gonna fake this. But to me, it just means these people are installed. I mean, Dr. Yvonne Doyle, 56, 70, like coronavirus. It's just completely contrived. Are you taking a look on the screen? 56, 70. In case you need a visual to show you that this is what they're doing. Just her name, Yvonne Doyle. 42. 57 like vaccine. Guys, this is the best name they could probably give you in this propaganda. Yvonne Doyle, 57. 42 like vaccine. See, coronavirus and vaccine numbers are in her name. Dr. Yvonne Doyle, 56 and 70 like coronavirus. And then Yvonne Doyle, 57, 42 like vaccine. You see that? And in case you're new here, we didn't even need the single reduction for any of that. I'll show you. Just look at this real quick. And then coronavirus and vaccine. And this is what they do. I'll do another Yvonne Doyle because I'm going to just quickly tweet this. Whoops. Oh, Dr. Yvonne Doyle. Oh, fuck it. You get what they're doing, though. But yeah, all this repetition, I hope you get it now. It should sink in your head how they're giving you these fake names or these actor agents, installed medical directors, which again, that's my hypothesis in that one on her origins. I think she's a real medical director installed by the Jesuits. I'm gonna open up a new tab. Maybe we can stay here, actually. Yeah, we can stay. That's the thing with Twitter. You can do it all on one page. Unbelievable. Dr. Yvonne Doyle. I'll split this in here too, and put kind of what this is about so people can see. Very substantial risk. Someone can probably decode that on their own. I'll have this here too. People want to see what this actor says as well and decode this crap. It can be very simple, and then hashtag Gematria. Thanks a lot for sharing this, Daniel. This is amazing. Rational Wiki. Oh, goodness. You guys want me to fucking rant about these fucking losers. God. Oh, my goodness. Okay, guys. Well, you brought it up, so I'll spend maybe 5 minutes. Because, guys, I mean, I've seen this Rational Wiki shit before. It's just so dumb how these people are just putting this out. I'm sure they're paid. I mean, you gotta be paid at this point to troll this work. I mean, why would you spend your time? Like, you gotta be either mentally ridiculously retarded or just paid. 7-day average 1060, 106. Another 47,525 new cases have also been recorded. 47. This kind of Catholic looking person right there. So it looks like what he's wearing. So New Gematria is a relatively young conspiracy theory that branches off of pseudoscientific numerology. First off, let's see when this was last updated to see how pathetic this is. December 31st, 2020. Because I remember there was one earlier with some other guy doing this. It could be the same guy. And I remember he kind of stopped. Okay, that one probably wasn't a Rational Wiki, but whichever that one was, they weren't updating it that much. He kind of fell off. But this one seems to be, they update this every week, every couple weeks at the least. So New Gematria is a relatively young conspiracy theory that branches off of pseudoscientific numerology. They wrote invented and then crossed it out, but just to mock us further with that, by YouTuber and blogger Zachary K. Hubbard. In the world of nonsense, Gematria, a loopy play on numbers and words. Again, do you see how this is already bullshit? This article is about the mutant form of Gematria practiced by conspiracy theorists. You see how this is complete garbage. So look, you have to look at the cues they use, the different wording, and compared to a normal Wikipedia page. Wikipedia, they don't allow stuff like this. The thing is, yeah, Wikipedia is bullshit. It's maintained by the gang, obviously. It's filled with propaganda and deception. But the thing about Wikipedia is that you can't write it in an opinionated way, right? You can't use things like loopy and, something sure, you can say do stuff like this, do this in Wikipedia, but you know what I'm trying to say? You can't kind of you can't have a lot of these adjectives and share your opinion in that sort of way when talking about something. So the fact that this is not written that way, that should already be a clue, a hint that this is not to be believed or listened to or read at all. This is complete garbage. This is only meant to be for entertainment. I mean, any of you guys reading this now, it's entertainment at that point. They see how dumb this shit is. They see how stupid these people are out here. So I think that should be the cheat code, right? Always see how things are written and how it's done, and it tells you it's not written from any sort of objective point of view. Loopy play of numbers and words seem harmless. Nonetheless, nonsense has a way of making a mess of many other things, and Gematria is not an exception. If you want a really, really, really abbreviated overview, then here is the indisputable genius behind this theory. Every word equals every number, and every number is evil. Whoever says that? No one said that at all. That's not even see, this is bullshit. It's that bulletproof. Who could argue with it? With so many ways to twist the data. So many ways to twist the data. There's not so many ways to twist the data. What about the time we went on Reddit to the RuneScape subreddit, because that was a random subreddit we found. RuneScape, old school RuneScape. And the only thing we can possibly find is how the name of the channel that he posted the videos on equals the same thing as RuneScape. None of the video lengths meant anything. Nothing. None of the titles meant anything. None of the characters meant anything at all. We only found one overlap. Now, statistically compare that with, we go on CNN, first time of the day, we open up one piece of propaganda, and it's all by number 12. 12-year-old boy getting the grenade from the 12 states. They updated the 12th minute of the, you don't see these things don't occur. at all outside of the mainstream. You can apply this to yourself, have a giant sample size, and see that's true. That's what we're fucking doing. How he doesn't explain that at all. Notice how I talked about 1 or 2 paragraphs worth of shit. He could have everything I just said. He could have typed that here somewhere. So look at this long list of there's nothing but bullshit. This is all bullshit. All this death toll. What is this? I mean, we're gonna guys maybe over time we'll pick apart this whole thing, because guys, I can spend an entire fucking week just picking apart this shit and explaining how dumb people are who think about this thing in general. It's not even about this knowledge. People who think about this way in general about a lot of things. They just have blanket statements, and think they can't, no proof of anything, straw man arguments. That's what I'm saying. This way of thinking, I fucking just completely cannot stand, regardless of what they're trying to do. So when they're applying it to this research and trying to dispute it and debunk it, it's even makes me even more irritated. Is ostensibly sacred geometry. I mean, it's just dumb. Because this is clearly maintained by the gang. Although it should be noted that starting in 2020, the Jesuits have been the go-to scapegoats. See, this is stupid. And guys, this is someone who watches Zach's videos, who's in a lot of the live streams. Those trolls in the chat a lot. This is probably one of them. This is one of them. Guys, Zach's been talking about the Jesuits since before I even came to this community in 2016. Zach's talking about Jesuits since 2013 when he started. Guys, in Zach's old videos, again, they keep deleting his fucking videos. Zach always kept saying the Freemasons, he didn't say who's, but you know what I mean? He said them, and he said the Jesuit order, the Jesuits. He said the Jesuits have doing all these riddles. Remember they code the BP oil spill? It was all coded on the Jesuits. You see all these things they do, all by the numbers. He's just saying now that he's for sure, because again, he's doing research. He's not in this gang. He says he can now certainly say, again, it's like you're working on a project, and it's so fucking good, but you can still even improve on it better, right? It was so fucking good one year, but the next year's going to be even better, right? It's just continuously improving. So now he's literally saying, damn, my research really says this is even, more proof that there actually are tip of the spirit, without a doubt, right? He's removed all doubts. He's looked at all angles, removed all doubts. Again, he didn't say that. Again, I guess I'm tearing this shit apart already. We're on the 3rd paragraph. I mean, it's just so dumb. I mean, y'all shared it to me, so that's why I know. I mean, it looks like you don't mind the ranting, but I don't even know if you can call this ranting. I think I'm just explaining this. There's a scale of beliefs in the users with no clear leadership to define what is legitimate and what is frivolous. Why do we need authority? Leadership for what? We don't need authority. We don't need leadership. What is legitimate and what is frivolous? It's called years of fucking research and seeing how they put it obviously in your fucking face. Like 4 months, 2 days from my birthday, this is just frivolous. 4 weeks, 2 days, gun 42. How many times do I say literally before we put it in? Okay, if it's frivolous, why am I supposed to just say a number? 42. Okay, yeah, they'll do it by number. I could have said 42. I say the 42, I say gun, and they did it this time. And again, for how often we say it, I shouldn't have to call things out every single fucking time. You know my thought process. I explain my thought process enough, so when these things come up, you can understand how it will come up. That's why there's no hindsight here. Sure, some things you can maybe argue is hindsight, and I'll be clear, but if it is because we're decoding something that I had no clue existed. I mean, of course. I mean, who cares about that type of stuff? You know what I mean? You're trying to find these little, things to argue against us with, and it just doesn't work. It's a waste of mental energy. I think I'm wasting my mental energy here, but again, these are all the dumb fucking points. Like, the thing I like about this, though, is this guy's pretty much listing out all the dumb fucking mental things that goes on in these people's heads to try to deny this. Like, this is like the denier's playbook. The people I rant about all the time, the people I always talk against, the people I'm pretty much directing these videos to, which I don't know why I am, but I since day one, that's pretty much I've always been doing that. This is their playbook, their handbook, and this is what they believe. The conspiracy hive mind mentality embraces all Gematria as valid until such a time that two users come into direct conflict. That's not true at all. I don't say all Gematria is valid. As I always say, look at the source. That's why I always look, if you guys share a video, I'll always scroll down to see who published it. Again, so I already, that disputed this. And it's not just me. I'm speaking for myself because I do this research, but anyone who legit doing this research, it's the same thing. They don't just do anything out of anything. You know what I mean? Sports are at least influenced, if not outright outrigged, or excuse me, if not outright rigged. I don't care about the New World Order thingy. No, this see he's naming some things that people are saying in the community. Who cares what the community is saying? I don't give a fuck if some loser can't see that the sports are fake. Because I'm sorry, I've been in a lot of live streams. I'll see people say all the time in some chats, "Oh, I think they don't rig all the games. I think they only rig the championships." Like, guys, just because you don't fucking understand something doesn't mean that's the truth. I'm so sick of that. Oh, I don't get how they're all rigged. I can't see how this is all possible. So I'm only going to think that maybe God's doing it, or maybe maybe only the championship is. No, again, get your ego out the fucking way. Quit being so fucking retarded. Because you can't admit that you don't understand something, so therefore it doesn't exist. That's fucking stupid. That's what these people here do, and that's what you guys stop doing. Sports are not at least influenced, if not, no, they are fucking rigged. They are fucking rigged. The mockery exhibited by the NBOs is this. Yeah. The mockeries are further proof on top of what they're already doing. It's how they mock it. See, he's just, and then they march QAnon and all this. See, that's the thing is, I gotta give this guy credit. He is actually laying out a lot of some of the bullshit like this, but he's twisting it to make you think this is what the truth community, which unfortunately kind of is, because a lot of people in the community don't think sports are rigged. They think sports are kind of rigged. Like, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. When you guys leave these comments saying shit like this, like, it just leads to shit like this. It makes people not care. And when you decode every little thing, and then you spam it all over the place and have no kind of consistency or cohesion with it, people look at it and say, "Oh, this is annoying." I think it's all about representing this knowledge well and putting it out well and doing it properly. So then, people like this, people can't see that, come and see this and it's like, "Oh yeah, he's right." And then that way, if you do it properly anyway, I mean, you just wake people up. Manipulation to force the narrative to the desired result. I guarantee you I do none of these. Use of multiple ciphers and cross-matching. No, because I do Gematria. Gematria has multiple ciphers in itself. That's like having a game, right? Playing a fighting game that has 14 different characters, and the point to beat the game is to probably let's just say that's one of the mechanics, to use the different characters to beat it quickly as possible. And they're saying, "Oh, you can't do that unless it's a particular category." Yes, you can. It's part of the game. It's part of the fucking game. Using salt, and we don't use that many ciphers. And again, what did I explain yesterday? It's about how you compartmentalize it. There's technically no multiple fucking ciphers. I mean, sure, especially maybe when you get out of the alphabetical order, sure. But alphabetical order, maybe flipping it around, sure. It's really alphabetical order. Flipping it around, that's two different ciphers you will look at that way, and then using numerology in each one. So it's really two ciphers if you really want to compartmentalize it that way, but anyway, it's just a system. And cross-matching. Well, we see how they do cross-match, but we also see how they use it. We see how they'll cross-match to do artistically, doing this way reverse, this way without reverse. They do it artistically, and there's also many times they just do straight-up overlap. And does he have the statistics? Is this guy show you the statistics about how this is wrong? About how, again, he has no statistics to show you anything in this. Changing addition of purely numerical data outside the word number history of classical Gematria. That's not addition, it's Kabbalah. We're not just trying to show you how they're using Gematria, we're showing how they're practicing Kabbalah, which incorporates Gematria. Dates in the calendar. I mean, again, this guy is not disproving anything. Changing wording, thereby changing the resulting numerology. Nope, I don't do that, because I always make sure, what I do is, I look for the root word, right? These are riddles. If they say, Donald Trump, maybe is golfing, and they use the word golfing, sure, that's coded, but golf. And you see how golf equals 22, it'll be all by the number 22, so clearly. And you know, even before they're doing that type of decode, it's like they use the root word of these things in the riddles. It's a riddle, right? If you're solving a riddle, you want to see the words, the things they're using, and maybe that's like the only time you'd be changing something. But that's like the most I do. I don't, you know, make my own sentences or my own phrases, change words up just to make it work. I don't do that. And then every time I'm doing it, I'm always saying things. After doing it a few times, I always say, I'd like to go further than this. You know, I always make sure to like not delve into these type of things. Because again, I know how these people think. I know how fucking retarded losers think. Everything he's saying here, I've heard before. Or at least say most things here. And then directly changing a number to another number. Directly changing a number to another number? No, we've used the rules of numerology. We are practicing numerology. So yes, 106 can be 16. You can drop zeros, you can reduce numbers into one. That's numerology. And you don't even have to do that often. Not satisfied with a single numbering system? Well, you can. You can just use the applicable order, or just use the most pure cipher and do all this yourself. We don't need another cipher than that to prove any of this. Custom cipher. Like, why are you using custom ciphers? You're not backtesting it. Yeah. If it's a custom cipher, you need to have a theory behind it. Like, okay, I think to use this for this reason. You need to actually use it, see how it comes together, and actually have a lot of sample size. At the very least, before you even make any sort of conclusion. Are they doing this? They're not. See? And explain the ciphers, talking bad about them. Even the keypad cipher. Okay, it's interesting, guys. They use multiple ciphers in Gematria. It's not too many ciphers. What's too many? What, you know? Force a narrative. Can you use them all to force narrative? You can try, but even with all the ciphers, you still can't, because it's finite. Like, I mean, it's like, I can't believe I'm explaining this shit, man. I can't believe I'm explaining this. Like I was afraid of this, but I mean, granted, we did already see a lot of the propaganda. No rational wiki page for Chigo's shit. I mean, I fucking hope no. This guy better not do that. I mean, what's the point? He's wasting his time. I think it makes more sense for him to go after Zach, because you know Zach's been doing this the longest. You know, his work's super on point, calling all these things out too much. You know, but yeah, last one needs even more rational wiki pages. I mean, if you guys are not enjoying this, I'll switch. Look for more propaganda. But I think we're almost done with this anyway. I mean, because we can always come back and like look at this in more detail. But I can just debunk every little piece of this. I already have. You guys, if I'm not, guys, please tell me. I don't want an echo chamber. I don't want everyone to just agree with me because you like me or anything. If anything I said is not sound, please leave a comment or put in the chat. Right? I don't want to be here debunking this, but then you know I'm not, and then you know you're not gonna say anything about it. Please say something. Tell me how anything this guy's saying is actually like makes sense. Besides, you know, when he explains some of the mentality some people have in the community. I mean, I'll get him on this. But the thing is, he's using this to lump us all into one. Like, this is the beliefs of Gematria. Like, no, it's not. This is people who are fucking uninformed. The only thing here that's true is the third one, number 3. And magnetism. Yeah. This number 3 again. And it's funny how he puts the truth like right in your face, but he has to mock it a little bit. Like, that's why 3 is on point. It's just funny. It's like if this guy didn't know the truth, I feel like he wouldn't have number 3 written out like this. That's how you can just tell these people know what's going on. You can tell like, how he's taking some of the points and like just taking these things and trying to lead them off. Like I'm 98% sure the guy who writes this knows Gematria is real, knows how it's used. Like, I don't think this guy just really fucking hates us. He just cannot believe it at all. And he's just, no, the guy's just an agent. This is an agent maintaining this. I wouldn't, if someone wants to try to take this down, you know, I wouldn't even waste your time. Let's put up another one. You can use this to show people how dumb they are. Because you can point out all the flawed logic in here and so let's say, like, this is how you're thinking. Every day can be included in multiple ways, adding together the digits in any combination. No, there's not any combination. I guess any combination would be like 1 plus 121, right? 121. That's one combination. Plus 5 plus 198 plus 6. That's any combination, right? That's a combination of numbers. I grouped them in any way I wanted and added them. Well, no, because if I did that, it wouldn't reduce to 6. How 5 plus 1 is 6. 3 plus 1 plus 2 is 6. You see how there's a rhyme and reason to this? There's a mathematical rhyme and reason to this. It's not any. And I only use a finite amount. I understand that. I consistently do it. So again, this is just bullshit. Everything he's saying is complete bullshit. I wish like this guy was here to debate me and say how it's not. Like, tell me, how am I doing any? Do you understand the word any? Like, if you're gonna do this type of thing, you got to be exact, guys. That's why I have this type of exact. I don't act in it all the time, right? I don't think you want to live in that type of rigid engineering type of way, in a sense where you can't like be fluid and stuff. But like I can turn that on almost. You know what I mean? I can turn that on. And it's gonna turn it on when you're especially reading anything like this shit, going through the mainstream media propaganda, going through this, and you're like, hold up, wait, what's quantifiable about any of this? Nothing. But what's quantifiable what we do? Everything. One day Gematria may be done on the Triceratops skeleton, and the next day the GPS coordinates of a terrorist event means something. And I hate it when I do this type of shit. With total disregard that due to the breakup of Pangea, the continental drift things have shifted. What does this have to do with anything? If these people are doing a riddle, they're going to use whatever coordinates they can get a hold of now. They're gonna, if it was Pangea specific, they'll let you know. They'll make it very obvious, and they're not going to do that. I mean, this has nothing to do with it. It's the same people who say, this is not even 1, 1, 2. It's actually, well, you can divide this by 2 and divide it again and again and again, and you have all these numbers you can use. Like, they'll say shit like this. Like where are you getting this from? Like, you're just thinking of things that and think, oh, well, that has to be valid because you're just doing all this stuff I don't understand. So that's all valid then, right? Anything goes. It's like, I mean, it makes you just want to shoot them in the fucking head and say, well, anything goes. Bam. Oh, I don't care if your family's going to cry. Oh, anything goes. Oh. They'll be fine, right? It's all good. They'll just buy another one of you because anything happens, right? I mean, it's like anyone who thinks like that, it makes you. It's like to prove the point to them that you cannot do anything on anything. To say that, I mean, even really for anything in life, how's that really work? I mean, how's that truly work? Anything out of anything. These people think infinity just rules everything. Pi and its derivatives. I don't know, this guy's stupid. I mean, he's trying to break apart how they use pi and with like cycles and circles. 8 doesn't mean pi. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It depends how they're using it. It's these time rituals, but you'll see them with pi and 227314. The gematria for pi. I mean, guys, they're more obvious than this. And yes, they are connected. Like pi can represent a circle. This guy's so stupid. This guy doesn't even know what pi is. Speaking in that sense, but deep down I do believe this guy is just an idiot or a show. He made sections for all the ciphers. Like he's level, yeah. So it's one of the two, man. It's either just a major mental illness, or again, I think this guy's paid to do this. Like why would you take everything we're doing? Think about it, to pay attention that much to what what we're doing, and constantly want to debunk it. I really think you gotta be paid. Chill, because like, sure, I can definitely see the guys. It's like someone trying to short the market, no matter how high it goes. Right? They've been short since 2010 or whatever. Right? Because there's people out there like that. They're so stubborn. They refuse under any circumstance to admit that they're wrong. So it could be someone who's been in this community since the beginning, and who literally says there's no way this can happen, right? And he's just been adamant, like, man, I'm going to prove this exact wrong for all again, that's a mental illness. So that's either that mental illness, or again, just taking an Occam's razor approach. Like, I really think this is just a paid shill, because it's like, really, I mean, like really, if you're adamant and proving this wrong, wouldn't you try a little bit better? Like this guy's clearly mocking a lot of things. Phrase shopping, guys. They have different phrases, and it's finite. Guys, use the word all the time. It's finite. There's Society of Jesus, the Society of Jesus, Jesuit Order, the Jesuit Order. There's 4 things you could do for those, and you can see what those numbers are used. How's that making anything work? You can go still a while without seeing those numbers. There's no rule book, guys. Again, this guy believes that everything in the world is black and white. He doesn't understand gray. That's how you know there's dumb people. That's a cheat code. If you know who's just not intelligent, is the people who see literally everything black and white. Everything. Ones and zeros. That there's no room for, because riddles aren't black and white. If riddles were black and white, they wouldn't exist. And this is what I'm saying all the time. I got to show up a riddle example. If you look at a normal riddle and look at these, it's the same. If you just show a riddle and you read it literally, right? I stretch as far as a football field, yet I fit in the palm of your hand. Well, that makes no sense. Well, it does. It'll have to be some kind of material because it can be, have to contract. So you can kind of think about that, but right? You can always argue against these riddles. If I make you bleed, I will make you bleed if you don't use me often. Really? But what if, like, I don't bleed? What if I have, a condition where I don't bleed? Not everyone can bleed, so this could be this, right? You're thinking too much. You're coming up with these dumb little arguments. You can always, like, not get the riddle because you can't see through the gray. You can't read through what they're trying to tell you. You put me in your mouth, right? But don't eat me, then you throw me away. It has a trunk, but never packs it. What is it? You can argue against. So you see how you can argue against all these riddles. It's what this guy's doing because everything has to be rule book, rigid, this or that or nothing. It's just like, man. Yeah, with primary relationships. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta head back, but you see what he's saying? It has to be rigid. So truth, he's saying truth equals 30. This is what I'm saying. This means this is so stupid. Stop thinking like this guy if you're thinking like them. He's saying truth equals 30, but then dishonest, green screen, mainstream equal 113. So that's just stupid. Like, how is that? It's like, guys, it doesn't matter. One, sure, it's duality, right? They like to code duality in things. It is interesting how those equal 113 and truth is 30. It's like, to find the truth, you do the prime number relationship, the prime number of 113 to get this. I can see how they did this, but I think that's besides the point. Like, it just doesn't matter. It's all about how those are coded the same, and they use them again and again. How how 100 like in a movie, how 113 minute of the movie that tell the big lie, and the movie's an hour and 13 minutes long, like that like that movie that Zach mentions a lot. I draw a blank on the name, but you know what I mean, like that. And why is he talking about that? See, he's seeing it. People who think this way are looking at it all wrong. 96 upside down. Guys, it's funny. My friend does this. My friend was not even into this research, but he's still like, he sees number patterns. He calls things out here and there, but not pertaining to his agenda. But he'll do this. People naturally do this, and it's funny. This is something people naturally do. I don't even do this. I barely do. I maybe 0.5% of the time, if it's really obviously trying to do something like that. So again, it's just like, what is he saying? Sure, in very obvious cases, they will do this, but that's about it. 6/11, 9/11. So again, what is he saying? organic matrix. Yeah, that's a no one can prove or disprove any of this type of shit with an organic matrix. I mean, that's a who cares about again? He's arguing rhetoric. Who cares about what it's called? Guys, it's so, you guys might not like it for this, but if someone called the organic side of it all big coincidence. Like I wouldn't purely blame them because they're like, well, no one is using it, no one's orchestrating it, and they don't maybe believe it or feel some kind of like orchestrating worldly power or something or God or something. So if someone had that kind of belief or way to see it, cool. But just to say it's all stupid, like, I mean, I see something in Organic Matrix. I don't see like all that much. Like I don't have so much, belief in it or like because I don't know, right? I don't know how the Organic Matrix fully works. I recognize it. I think it's really interesting, but that's it. I mean, that's nothing to do with his research in terms of like what we're trying to expose, like for what he's trying to say here. My cat's just doing wild stuff. How Gematria? I think we'll end. Okay, we'll end with that one. In terms of, I don't think I can make it to 2, so I'm not gonna try. See, what is this? Antonyms. I mean, how does this help anyone? Beauty and Beast equal 88. That's the riddle. What's wrong with that? This doesn't disprove anything. This actually proves some of this. The simple and complex both equal 88. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Guys, I mean, this guy's just proving the point. I mean, as I'm saying, only a retard will look at this like, oh, this guy's proving the point with these antonyms. Lack of synchronicity. No, I think these are special. Like, I don't think this is organic or anything. This is on purpose. It's a made up language. This is actually a really good list. This is actually the only useful thing of this. I'd actually keep this list. It's pretty cool. I actually really like this. It's interesting how boy and female both equal 42. Worthwhile and pointless. I mean, some of these like cool dude, asshole. I mean, I wouldn't like do something like this. I think this is again. It's funny how this guy's reaching, doing shit like this. I would say I would try to do cool with something, not cool dude. And also, wouldn't cool dude mean to be an expression like cool dude, like an expression like that's cool, like or okay or nice. Sure, you can be a cool dude, but I don't know. I think he's just reaching with some of that. Even Bob is guilty. Bob is innocent. For guilty and innocent, sure, maybe, but this guy's. Let's see what he has to say about sports. Oh, what's good, MOR? Man, this Rational Wiki, man. I mean, this paid government agent. Look how they have this brain. Look at guys. See this? This is 2 scale. This is the 2 scale brain of the fucking viewers of anyone who's a fan of Rational Wiki. This is the 2 scale brain. So it's the actual size. See how it's smaller than even my hand? These guys are just retarded who fucking actually think this way. It is used by cranks as non-empirical evidence. Sure, non-empirical evidence. This is definitely not. This is definitely very empirical. None other than the father of Gematria himself, Zachary Hubbard, claimed that the 2017 World Series between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers was rigged. He did. He didn't claim it. He said it, and well, sure, yeah. Well, it was a real claim. He told you the truth. And he used the word claim. Like, why even use the word claim? Like it's bad or something. That he told you this well in advance, and it happened. And to support his argument, why I don't know why this is in quotes. He pointed to a number of See instances, but he put coincidental. See how he's just mocking it? This is stupid. Like how is this professional? How are you supposed to believe this? That's what I'm saying, man. Like if you're reading this, whoever's the author of this blog, if you're trying to brainwash people with this, don't write this way. No one's gonna take it seriously if it have any kind of brain. Like if I was a big sheep and I was trying to read this, I would just look at this like, I think you're trying to like change my mind and influence me and be a little funny. Coincidental, cross this out, make up shit as they goes. You know, terrible grammar from a terrible idiot. So the instance of number 52. Here's a list of them. I'm going to play a video.
This is not, as Liz Cheney says, just some action. She characterizes it as the biggest betrayal of any president of the United States in our history. Mr. John Katko, not a backbench Republican who just got here and doesn't know what's going on. Mr. John Katko, who is the ranking Republican on the Homeland Security Committee, says this: to allow the President of the United States to incite this attack without consequences is a direct threat to the future of democracy. This is not some backbencher on your side of the aisle, on their side of the aisle, Mr. Speaker. It reflects the sense of outrage, the sense of historic dissimilarity from the actions of any previous president. And then Mr. Adam Kinzinger, member to the NG Commerce Committee, a senior member from Illinois. So I have a member from Wyoming, a member from Illinois, and a member from New York. There will be others on this vote who will join them. And Mr. Kinzinger said this: if these actions, he hasn't had any hearings, he doesn't need any long, drawn-out consideration. If these actions are not worthy of impeachment, then what is an impeachable offense? There is no doubt in my mind that the President of the United States broke his oath and incited this insurrection. I tell my friend, Mr. Speaker, a gentleman for whom I have great respect, he is my friend, and I say that honestly, not just as rhetoric, as we say on this floor, because there's some that I don't consider friends, whose values I do not share. That is not Mr. Cole. We have a difference. Liz Cheney, John Katko, Adam Kinzinger, and other Republicans whom I have talked to within the last 24 hours believe this action is required.
New video just into CNN. National Guard troops being issued weapons.
See? Weapons. Martial law, military order. Hey Kayla, what's good by the way? I saw you in the chat. I'm still rolling because I know you just joined. Probably roll out soon. Oh, cost of White House. This will be by the numbers. Jesuits, DC, Freemasons.
And what about the actual physical preparations for getting the White House, the building, ready? We understand that, of course, there has to be an extra deep cleaning.
Deep clean 38. It is a deep cleaning 58.
Right, so this is interesting too. This is not the typical dance that happens in the 6 hours between when the outgoing president and the incoming president all leave together and go up to Capitol Hill for hours of the inauguration ceremony. Behind the scenes, literally one moving van moves up to move them out, old president out and the new president in on the other side. That's not happening this time. This is COVID. This is a pandemic.
Deep clean 43 at 6:43. They start this off. Deep clean 43.
Happens in the 6 hours between when the outgoing president and the incoming president all leave together and go up to Capitol Hill for hours of the inauguration ceremony. Behind the scenes, literally one moving van moves up to move them out, old president out and the new president in on the other side. That's not happening this time. This is COVID. This is a pandemic. There will be a substantial deep clean. My colleague Megan Vasquez and I have reviewed federal contract documents outlining just how much this is going to cost for a thorough top to bottom. The contracts we looked at total about close to $500,000. This includes, $40,000 for carpet cleaning, $115,000 for flooring and replacement, more than $50,000 for new paint, fresh coat.
Sonic 115.
Of paint and wall coverings. So certainly this is going to be a deep COVID clean before the Bidens set foot inside the White House.
Deep COVID clean. America 50 to 50. United States.
We had
40.
an election that was stolen.
See the numbers they used to clean the White House? 40 million. America 50 million. Sonic 115, 115 million. I mean, yeah, the irrational wiki is just so stupid. Hey Nikki, yeah, super late. I had this really bad time too because I don't know if I can continue, to be honest. It's really hard to. Here. Jessica Campbell dead at 38. We'll do this and close it. So anyone just joined, it's like you're watching this video, you know, if I'm read my numbers. And come on. Dead at 38 before Inauguration Day. 7 days before Inauguration Day. This is so obvious. This is murder by numbers. So Jessica Campbell. Naturopathic physician. Don't be surprised if she was doing some sort of research that the Jesuits just didn't like. Off their ass. By the code. Jessica Campbell, 9549. Campbell, 4464. Like kill. Died December 29th. They're reporting it today. "16 days later, 2 weeks, 2 days." We read out 15 at 38. This is one of the riddles. They're reporting it's 15 days from when she died. When you read out 15, you get 38 like death, 38 killing, 38 murder, 38 RIP, 38. You see that? She's dying at 38 years old. In Portland, Oregon 33. From Tulsa, Oklahoma. Then October 30th. To December 29th. 8 weeks, 4 days. Jesuit 84, 8 weeks, 4 days. America 129, United States of America 84. American actress. Tammy Metzler in election. Election equals 38. See? Election equals 38. That's all she's known for. Tammy Metzler in election. Nominated for independent ward, right? Election 38. Dying at 38. 15, and they report it 15 days later. 15 equals 38. I mean, this is what they're doing. We're talking about movies. Murder by numbers. The B's a 3, the E's an 8. 38. See? With Sandra Bullock, 3-8. One last time. Election 38. She dies at 38 years old. Death 38. Sacrifice 55. Today's the day with 55 numerology. And I report this 15 days from when she died. It equals 38. See this? In Oregon. It's 39 though. Oh, Oregon's 38 and 74, of course. Oregon 38 is where she died. You seen this? I mean, you gotta be paying attention if you don't understand this knowledge. One last time. Election equals 38. She's dying at 38 years old in Oregon, which equals 38. And they reported this 15, which equals 38 days from when she died. mean, it's just by the code. Born October 30th, 1982. Day was 60, numerology, dying 60 days from my birthday. Donald Trump equals 60, getting impeached, possibly. So this could be a sacrificial ritual for that. 303rd day of the year. Went to the bathroom and never came out. They probably killed her. There was probably some Jesuit waiting in the bathroom for her. They have a GoFundMe page. Let's see the scam. At least they don't link it. She was 38. So you see it? Rational Wiki. Oh, they have a page on Zach. Jeez, man. Well, I guess we're going to end with this then. But maybe look at this again, because I'm really out of time. This is just so sad. At least they put no relation to L. Ron Hubbard. That's true. And then they quote Zach, probably from one of his videos. And it's true. It's all true. What I've done in the world is monumental. I have broken a code that nobody broke before. I have made more correct predictions about sports, celebrity deaths, and news stories than anyone has before. My work is truly important. I can't think of anyone in the history of this nation, literally, who has done something that's actually more important and empowering to the people. The knowledge that I've put out, which I have given to people for free for more than 4 years and taught, with nonstop dedication. This work has the power to do more for people than anything you can learn at any university. You have to pay all this money for it. So I don't want to hear about how Wikipedia thinks I'm insignificant. That's bullshit. It's very true. Everything you said is very true. When they say Zachary K. Hubbard is a paranoid, science-denying conspiracy theorist, although he uses scientific process in all of his research. Blogger, YouTuber, utter lunatic and crank. No. And again, he's just insults? I mean, come on. If this guy's so intellectual, the guy writing this Rational Wiki, why is he starting off with, ad hominem attacks? You see that? And I guarantee you, if you got in a debate with this guy, you called him dumb, he'd be like, oh, it's ad hominem. It's like the shit that Brian does. He uses all this philosophical shit, which, like, yeah, I get how that's logically true. But essentially, he believes that the entire world is fake. It doesn't. This is so stupid. Being run by a hidden force of evil Jesuits, the NWO, the Illuminati, powers that be, etc., who control illegal or elections. I really would like to do this later because I'm just gonna rush through this. I really want to close the video. There's just there's even more written here than the last one. When was this updated? January 10th. See, 3 days ago. See, they're just mocking him. That's all they're doing. They mock him. Guys, I hope you know this is proof that Zach's research is very legit. I mean, again, if Zach was putting out a bunch of bullshit garbage, who cares, right? Why would you waste your time talking on someone who's putting out knowledge that's completely useless, irrelevant, right? Think about it. If all the things you can do in this world, you're gonna write this whole post about someone, what are you accomplish with this, right? What are you accomplishing? You have to ask, what are people's end goals? What's the end game here? It's clear to discredit Zach's work and to lead people astray. Why would this? Like, why would I need Zach or not Zach? Why would I need this guy to come here and wake me up to Gematria being bullshit? And I need to read all this to see that, right? Like, why do I need to see this guy exposing Zach? What does that do for me? It will lead me away from this knowledge, from this research. It's its only intention. What else? What else can it possibly do? You see what I'm saying? What else could it possibly do? And then it is parents raised Lutheran, his birthday, everything Zach just talks about in his videos and streams. He just takes it, compiles it, and makes an autobiography about him. Deluded himself into believing God. Again, this is some guy who's probably very atheist. The guy writing this, one of those atheists, like, oh yeah, I know everything type of people. But this guy doesn't do anything. It's just so stupid. Zach was never a public school teacher. Yeah, sure. Zach's lying about that. That's what this guy's saying. Wow. God. Natural disasters. I mean, okay, if you call it natural disasters the day they land, at least 4 times in a row in a year, of course they're scripted. I mean, you can't just do that randomly just on a whim if they're natural. See, Zach predicts them and proves it and documents it, and this guy doesn't even try to say about that. Can't even be falsified. Yeah, you can't falsify his proofs. He explains it perfectly. Conspiracy nonsense. How's it nonsense? How is spending $5 to see how these games are rigged and making money on that conspiracy nonsense? And you guys think about it, pointless stuff, guys. Go find a Patreon that's not pointless. Zach's isn't, but every other Patreon out there, they give you at the end of the day pointless stuff. That's pretty much even the point of Patreon, right? Join my Patreon, support me, and they'll give you this pointless stuff they'll just monetize for your support so you can feel like you're getting something out of it. That's like what majority of the Patreons do. So there's really nothing technically wrong with that, but Zach's Patreon's not that at all. Very to the point. He gives his books away for free, the entire books, the ebooks. It is the most important work in the truth community. None of these idiots can say what else is. It's not flat Earth. There's nothing else. And if flat Earth is that even technically can even count that as stuff in the work in the truth community? I mean, what work has the flat Earth community done? What have they uncovered? All these regurgitate shit that they hear from other videos. They have not set up to prove anything. They haven't set up to do anything. No one in this community has but Gematria. All people do is explain shit that's already known or that you could just read from someone else. That's all they do. That's the entire truth community's ever been. Yeah, the majority of the world's population doesn't give a shit about numbers. Because that's the problem. That's how these people get away with it. Other lows? I mean, come on, man. Wacky quotes. The work I lay down is undeniable. It is. And he puts bullshit and, he links you to bullshit. How's it undeniable? Or, sorry, how is it bullshit? It's very undeniable. You cannot deny it. You cannot deny that he does by the numbers. And this guy isn't doing it. It's more proven than anything out there. Very true. I've backed it up better than any scientific theory on the planet. That's true. All these theories out there, what else has been backed up? Sure, maybe you can say, oh, these scientists are okay, fuck all these bullshit. Okay, what are they doing with it? They're trying to back up these theories. Okay, with what? How's it? If it's so backed up, then why is it still a theory? Zach shit's not a theory. And I can even tell the tone how he said this in. See, this guy is misrepresenting exactly what he said. Like, I already tell. It's so easy to see through how bullshit this is. Yeah, when you think about it, the concept of hope is something that takes power away from you and has you place your power and influence in something outside of you. It does. Hope's not a strategy. Sure, you can use hope to motivate you, but again, sometimes I think a lot of times it's a wrong motivation, and it's because it's something that's outside of you. What happens when that hope's gone? For example, President Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president, ran on hope, and hope equals 44. Yeah, Adam Sandler movies and distractions make people easier slaves. How these are ridiculous quotes. See, I'm just wasting time with this fucking Rational Wiki stuff now. It's just like, it's just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Face masks or face diapers. They are face. They look like a fucking diaper in your face. They're symbolic compliance to tyranny and the mark of the beast. They are. He ended up making a big scene and nearly got kicked out of a Costco store in November 2020 for refusing to wear a mask. Yes, as it should be. You should be making it. Guys, again, that's me. I'm all about don't make a scene unless they're asking for a scene. Then you give them the best performance of your life. Right? If they want drama, you give it to them. That's I'm all. But again, I'm not even calling this drama, but that's just like the way, right? Because that's the world we live in. People are always trying to start some shit, right? If they're trying to start shit and you're in the right, stand up and say, well, fuck it, I'll give you shit, and then watch them melt because they're not gonna have a counter plan. That's exactly the absolute appropriate thing there. And also, other people have done the same thing. They've gotten kicked out of stores, not wearing a mask, made noise about it. What's wrong with that? Jobs are pointless. They only exist to exploit humanity. Yeah, your only job should be taking care of your community and yourself. Supporting each other around you. Making sure you have food and shelter and things like that. All those other jobs just to get all this money to spend it on bullshit. The Holocaust was a lie, or at least exaggerated. How's that ridiculous? All of U.S. history is fake. Yeah, it is. It's contrived narratives. Again, this guy thinks fake means like never happened whatsoever. It's like, no, fake just means like fake. I mean, you can have actors stand in place. Space itself is a hoax. Zach's never said that. Zach's even said that you can't prove that. He doesn't know that. He didn't say that. Zach said the opposite of this. Like, not that it's real or believable, right? He just says, he's here, he's not there. But he said that you can't just go and call space, the entire thing of space, a hoax. Just how with the stars and everything. Zach's never said this at all. So, yeah. So this guy's even saying things that Zach's never even said before. Because I've been watching Zach's videos since 2016. I've seen so many of them in streams. Of course, I've missed some, but I mean, I'm sorry, I could tell climate change is a hoax. It is. Vaccines cause autism and possible some other bad stuff. Yes, these things, it does these things. One son of poisoning people. Evolution, Big Bang, and Charles Darwin are Illuminati-based frauds. Yes. Even Ken Ham laugh his ass off in that one. Guys, evolution, Big Bang, it's all garbage. Charles Darwin, that's all stupid. That's all stuff that the idiots believe and they think it's real. When the government even tells you it's not that real. Enforcing trivial demands being one of them. It's Truth Trumpet. Yeah, that podcast. See, I wasn't able to. I even knew about it, but I wasn't able to catch that today, just because of work and stuff. So I was gonna watch the replay at some point. Because I know you can watch Jeff archives them all. But you guys definitely check out that podcast, Music Without Boundaries from Jeff Young. Coercive methods for enforcing compliance. This is what the government does. Isolation, yep. Monopolization. Yeah, I remember Zach shared. Well, so I think Zach shared this, but I think someone shared it with him. This is the thing. He went over this during a stream, so thanks for bringing this up. I really appreciate you for doing this. Enforcing trivial demands like wearing masks, other things. Degradation. Oh, you're a bad person. You know, you don't care about other people for not wearing a mask. Demonstrating omnipotence and omniscience. Yes, every media outlet, everything you look at, masks this. They're all telling you this. Occasional indulgences. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can go to the sports game and, either, play in the field not without a mask. You can, occasionally do this and that. Protests, threats. Yeah, they give you all these. Induce exhaustion, debilitation. They do that through their food, especially the water, the food, all the dopamine that you keep exhausting from everything else. Hubbard versus censorship. Like, why is that in quotes? Guys, he's on his 20th channel. Why is he on his 20th channel? He didn't do anything against the terms. New Gematria 101. Completely random numbers. Yeah, this is just stupid. These people are just absolutely crazy. Well, good. I mean, I'm glad we exposed these people because people gotta understand how ridiculous this is, and you will need these after this pine scent. Oh, I think I might miss something. Hey, Miss Mildred, glad you've been around, listening. Elon Musk satellites and 5G, yeah, omnipresence. You're free to do as you're told. Exactly. You're free to do as you're told. That's what it is. Bottom of wiki page. Here, look how this is modified at 356. At 356 is when they update this. I guess this is maintained by the Society of Jesus. And they're even promoting him. The thing is, guys, what this guy doesn't understand is that any press is good press. So they're promoting Zach, which is great. Like, see, this is good, though. This guy, this isn't a mistake he's making. It is. If I was him, I would not link any. I wouldn't link anyone to Zach. Why would I do that? Why would I promote Zach if I was trying to, It just means this guy's a terrible shill. He's a terrible shill. He's this Russian wiki guy. I don't know why people read this stuff and believe it. Dislikes anyone who disagrees with them. That's not true. Google, yeah, of course. Why would you like Google? Amazon, despite selling his book on the platform, yeah, to reach more people. Having a real job. Zach has a real job. He's a teacher. He teaches people Gematria and rigged sports. That's his job. That is a real job. Rational Wiki. Yeah. Why would you like Rational Wiki? This is the most retarded shit I've ever seen. Likes, numbers, money. This is all stupid. This is all stupid. Bragging about he doesn't brag about his deleted YouTube channels because they always delete him every fucking year, multiple times a year, and it hones in the point about how his message is legit. No. I guess it's like he asked you deleted. If you get bad guys, if shit happens to you and you're positive about it, that's the way you want to be. What you want to act to be all pouty and sad, and give up. No, he just says they delete my channel. I'm on my 20th channel. I'll keep going. That's the right mentality to have. But again, the guy who wrote this Rational Wiki is a loser, so losers don't understand that, right? When a loser sees a winner in the face of adversity keep trucking along, they say, "Oh, you're just." Badge of honor. No, they're not a loser. That's what it means. Live streaming for hours at a time, sometimes multiple times a day. What's wrong with that? Many people do that. Zach's actually doing that and, being productive and waking people up. See, he's trying to maybe look for. This is stupid. External links. Oh. There's something you mentioned though, Miss Mildred, that was here. Oh, little trees. Pine these. He's selling you fucking little trees. Air freshener. Yeah. That's what a mockery, man. You'll need some of these. Yeah, this is so stupid. The little trees car fresheners. Like I'm sure there's an affiliate link in there. I'm not even gonna give that guy the affiliate link quick. Because fuck that. Fuck this guy. What crap? Again, how are you supposed to take him seriously? Like, how are you supposed to be like, okay, maybe this guy's actually onto something. Maybe, he's right. It's like, no, man, this is stupid. Would love to ask him if he even knows a channel that's been deleted more than 3 times. 19, like, holy shit, that's on a different league. These people would sell their soul for a potato chip. Exactly, this guy would sell his soul for a pack of chips, even for one of them. Martin Brigade's got a video. Rational Wiki. And these rational. Like, rationality is even, like... That's the thing, these people, everything's for them so rational, it's gotta be rational, and no. It's like, those people are fucking dumb. I fucking hate these people.
In conjunction with my
they're so dumb that everything to them is always so black and white, there's no room for gray, and because of that, everything is so perfect in their head. And if it's not rational, if it's not logical and deducible and blam, which this knowledge definitely is, but, if it's not that to them, then it's just bullshit. It's like... That's why those people are all, they're atheists, and that's only the reason why. It's like, well, again, those people don't understand that, like, you have 3 senses. Or not 3 senses, sorry. You perceive in 3 dimensions, and you have, 5, 6 senses. So you're assuming that all of your senses are all the senses that possibly exist, and that your 3 dimensions are the only dimensions that possibly exist. And there's no such thing as any 4th, 5th, 6th dimension or anything like that. And that's just... believing, but it's like, I think even with mathematics, at the very least, you can prove that there is, more dimensions, there's other things. So just because you can't experience it doesn't mean that it's not there. And they don't understand that.
Israel has arranged
I don't know why I dislike this. This probably could be truth. I just see Zionists, they're not going to tell you the Gematria, so I say fuck it, but...
Moetzet Yesha, in conjunction with My Israel, has arranged Instruction Day for wiki editors. The goal of the day is to teach people how to edit in Wikipedia, which is the #1 source of information today in the world. As a way of example, if someone searches the Gaza flotilla, we want to be there. We want to be the guys who influence what is written there, how it's written, and to ensure that it's balanced and Zionist in nature.
I came here to learn more about how we as Israelis and as Jews can defend Israel online, on the internet, and particularly in Wikipedia in this case. Wikipedia is a bit of a complex system and it's sometimes hard to figure out the rules. I've personally tried to edit things in Wikipedia that were against Israel, small things, and my changes were erased or undone, and I didn't understand why. And I think that this kind of knowledge is important for anyone who wants to be active in defending Israel on the internet, so that we can go and we can see the information and we can say this isn't quite right, it's showing one side of the story, and I have the power and the right to change that. And in general, it's so important for us to be online, working to defend ourselves and to prove to the world and to ourselves that we are just and we are right. And because right now, if you look online, if you do searches for certain terms related to Israel, it's just filled with anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism, and garbage. And there's not enough of us out there working to counteract that and make sure that the other side of the story, our side of the story, and our right side of the story is getting the right coverage and the coverage that it needs. So this type of initiative and initiatives like that to educate and promote defense of Israel online are extremely important, and I hope we'll see more of this in the future.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I like how they're letting us know this, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. I mean, you get it, guys. They edit and run Wikipedia. Personal attacks, yeah, no real argument. Personal attacks, it's like, oh, I felt personally attacked, so I'm gonna edit this out and censor shit. It's like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Likewise, the Jesuits. Oh, 10 minutes in is a good clip from a professor in the Hegelian dialect, the great work, so to speak. I would like to check that out, but man, I really don't think I have any time. I really think that's it. I mean, maybe it's the last link. We could peep at it, but I gotta roll out now. But it's been real, guys. I don't know if it's exactly 10 minutes in.
Exceeds the pain, bring about a new world order. You can have, remember, they're equally anti-white. You have the Ku Klux Klan. There is chaos created between the races, so you have the Ku Klux Klan, which is anti-black, and you have organizations which are equally anti-white. This is called dialectic thinking. Remember the Hegelian principle? You create friction between the races so that you can have synthesis in the end and bring about a new world order. So in order to unite the races, the best thing to do is to create chaos amongst the races until the pain of separation exceeds the pain of unity. Do you understand the Hegelian dialectic thinking? It's brilliant. It's sick, but it's brilliant. And it doesn't matter if you sacrifice hundreds of thousands of lives to achieve your objective, because the end justifies the means. It really is a terrible doctrine.
Yeah, it's perfect. Thanks for sharing that. That's perfect time, perfect everything. I mean, that's exactly what all this agenda is. Oh, nice, Zach. You go live? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely hanging in there, Zach. Yeah, Zach, I'm about to end this stream real soon. What's up, Zello? Yeah, Zach, when you go live, I'll be there, listening in. Yeah, not even sweating. Yeah, it's pathetic page. Yeah, we've been exposing it. Yeah, guys, Zach definitely knows about it. He knows what these fuckers are doing, but they're writing all sorts of shit, just exposing how silly it is. I mean, how it's just a big mockery. I mean, if they're trying to really disprove this work, they wouldn't be doing this. I mean, this just makes them look bad, right? Like, why would you trust something from someone who's doing this? Like, it's not like we're, even a call for an uprising. We're not taking a call for uprising's picture and memeing it. We're not taking Brian's picture and memeing it. Like, we're trying to get through to these people and be, like, fair with them, right? Or not, no word fair, but be, like, cordial with them. And, this guy's just mocking. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, we talked about a lot of the propaganda today. Just look at this guy talk about the Hegelian dialogue. That's exactly what they do. We have Black Lives Matter. We have these white, these patriots. They want to divide everyone by race so hard, so they can continue the New World Order. Saying, okay, everyone, you've been fighting too much. It's time to come together now, and with the government's policies and all this sort of stuff. Look at this raincoat run with the black and red raincoat. I mean, again, this is the Jesuits. They always have the same color. I don't even know I'm here. On that portion of the site. Impeachment debate rages. There's more, propaganda. Calls for unity, false moral equivalence, and partisan vitriol all compete in a House debate over charge that Trump indicted insurrection. See more black and red over here on this Catholic date numerology date. Speaking of the Jesuit order, look at AOC in this minute 44-second video. AOC, the 113 actor, because her birthday, and we've seen a lot of things by the number 113. Just a little quick 113 riddle. See her October 13th birthday, 113, dishonest, mainstream, green screen, Baba Come On 113A, all these 113. And now today's January 13th. We get her now on the front page. In a minute 44-second video, Jesuit order equals 144. This is from the Jesuit order. This is them. 104 seconds. Roman Catholic Church 104. Members were nearly assassinated. And assassin equals 411. I was thinking more so 144, Ted Kennedy, stuff like that. 144 in the morning. That's what I was probably leaning towards in my mind. But nearly assassinated. 118. Death 118. Sacrifice 206 in the Jewish cipher. Sacrifice 62. So they have these sacrifice death numbers and nearly assassinated. Photos of house tributes to Capitol police officers. There's going to be a lot of Jesuit things here. Maybe the slaves who work at the house. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this update time. Updated at 3:39. We're talking about the House of Representatives, Capitol Hill, 3:39. Oh, sorry. Committee on House Administration, Republicans. That's what it is. But regardless, this is United States of America propaganda, updated at 3:39. United States of America equals 339. United States of America equals 339, reverse alphabetical order. Look at this update time. Updated at 3:39. I mean, can I be any more obvious? The Pfluger team. Reminds me of Pflugerville, and there's some propaganda out of there, some false flag. So I'm glad we just saw the update time, even if the rest of these pictures aren't. Like, what's she writing here? Liz Barton. Are there Jesuit numbers in her name? I just kind of want to... Yep, Jesuit Order 54. The Central Intelligence Agency 117. The Barton 70, 38. Is that Liz? Liz 47, like DC, like White House, like government. Thank you, U.S. Capitol Police. Sincerely, the grateful staff of KS02. We would not be here without you. It's just so stupid. Thank you for all you did to protect us. You get this? So they put out this false flag propaganda event and said that the police there protected us. Protected. How? Because they said there was barely any police there. And that was done on purpose too. Arlington, Fairfax, Prince William County. All Virginia, at least the first two. Yeah, all this is Virginia. Virginia, Maryland, DC. They're doing all this to let you know that it's between Virginia and Maryland. Putting on these pipes, like I'm just trying to see the symbolism with all this. 3 women tape signs. As far as the 42 gadgets, can't go without seeing a 42. Okay. You're banned here too once, okay. I think someone might have accidentally banned you or something. I don't know how you got banned here at one point, but I think someone just thought you were a troll. That's usually what I guess. Great New Deal equals 113. Nice. Green New Deal. I'm going to read Green New Deal 113. There's their Agenda 21 piece. Andrew Cuomo announces $26 billion public-private plan to kickstart 100 green energy projects. This could be part of that riddle today. This stuff was from 9 days ago. This one, Energy 202. Oh, Energy is 74, I think. Yeah, 38. Green New Deal 113. Net zero emissions by 2050. Guys, these people are going to be profiting and banking off this plan more so than the people. Like, look how they have this supposed to be like a nuclear emitter, but nuclear plants, they don't have emissions. And this is the thing, that's what I'm trying to think, because nuclear plants, if they don't have any emissions, they're efficient. But the problem is, the biggest problem is like when they have a meltdown or whatever, it's pretty bad. But again, every single nuclear disaster they've been putting in our face that's happened is what? Done on purpose by the Catholic Church. So it's like, maybe they don't need to be melting down and having all these issues, but they do that to make it seem like, oh, nuclear is so bad and it's so dangerous, but it's probably not. It's just what these people do. I mean, I don't know any nuclear accident that wasn't done by the code. And then they talk about creating millions of jobs. Like, that's like all they say: jobs, jobs, jobs. Like, that's going to change anything. More slaves working for it to buy shit they don't need. The U.S. has suffered its worst day. Where I saw this, but this summer could be dramatically better. I don't even see why. Maybe the vaccines. We the people equals 58. The First Amendment doesn't guarantee you the rights you think it does. Exactly, because guys, the Constitution's just a piece of paper. That's what George W. Bush said. He was right. It's just a piece of paper. Real quick, this 2-minute, 11-second video, 2:11 to 47 prime. Betty White celebrating her 99th birthday. I didn't even mean to click on this instead of the other one. But 9:14. You see this riddle? Oh my god, you see what they're fucking doing here? Oh my god. When you read out 13, you get 99 and 117. How Betty White celebrating her 99th birthday? With a minute 17-second video? Oh my goodness. Do you see how this is always by the numbers? All the time. See? 5 things you didn't know about Betty White. Minute 17-second video. The legendary Betty White turns 99 on January 17th. That's why on the 13th day of the year, they are telling you this riddle. It is all riddle from the Catholic Church, the Jesuit order. This is what they use, Gematria, Kabbalah, dates in the calendar to put out these riddles. 13, just use an alphabetical order. T is the 20th letter, H is the 8th, you add them up, 99, right? So for Betty White turning 99, on the 13th, they're telling us this about her birthday on January 17th. And I didn't even see that part until now. But they even give you a minute 17-second video turning 99 on January 17th. So of all the days to let you know this is on the 13th of the year. That's the most important part. They could have told you this yesterday. They could have told you this tomorrow. They could have told you this on the 16th. They could have told you this on the 17th. Why are they telling you on the 13th? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Why are they telling you this on the 13th of the year and of the month? But it's definitely of the year. The 13th day of the year. On the 13th day of the year, they're talking about her turning 99 on January 17th, and to top it off, they give you a minute 17-second video. This honestly might even be one of the best riddles we just seen today. Yes, it's very simple, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, look how they're putting the numbers right in your face. 99, 117. Betty White equals 47. Wyatt and Betty. Betty 6372. I mean, it's just like, that's it. Everyone distracted by this puppet Trump and Patriots, useful idiots, being played at Capitol building by being invited to the site by the site police, while Fed Reserve sending us to an economic turmoil. Yeah, I mean, people are just being fallen for the Capitol Hill stuff, thinking it's all real. Another distraction. We should ask Rational Wiki. Yeah, the Rational Wiki will say, "Oh, I just got those numbers on anything. I just picked a random number. Oh, I just randomly thought that 13 was so important. I told you why 13. I told you about 13 because when you read out 13, you get 99 and 117, and today's the 13th day of the year. So again, I like counter explain all the points that guy tries to bring up. I just don't understand. And Zach does too all the time. Again, the fact that that's how you should know the Rational Wiki guy is an agent. He's sent here to discredit Zach because Zach's been doing this for a while and putting out on point work again and again and again. Guys, some of the bookies are questioning what's going on. 5 Dimes had to shut down partially, and they screwed everyone else out of the Lakers finals, the futures. They know that we know. So they have the Jesuits are infiltrators. They're connivers. They're schemers. Why would they not have Rational Wiki? I mean, to me, it seems like the perfect tool for them. Well, it does, but the guy who's running it, the guy who's doing it, is doing a poor job. If it was me, I would never insult anything. No ad hominem attacks. I wouldn't have a picture of Zach and a picture of Zach with a smiley face. Like, I wouldn't do shit like that. I wouldn't use these dumb adjectives. I would try to use math, science. You couldn't do it. I couldn't describe this work. It wouldn't work. But I'll try and try to make it look like it works. I mean, that's all you can do. You can just try to be fine with it, and try to manipulate people into, because that's the only way you can discredit this work is by manipulating people into believing how somehow it's false, which you have to be very good at doing. Well, you actually don't have to be very good at doing because people are so fucking dumb they can't even see through this shit anyway. I mean, so you actually don't have to be good at that. They'll just believe, a piece about how Gematria is bullshit. I'll believe every last piece of it because it's about how Gematria is bullshit. Because I must know, to protect my, my world, to protect my illusion, that Gematria has to be bullshit. So, I might just leave it there. Stop the steal. I mean, look at this. Nothing like I've seen. Dana Bash reacts to video of resting troops in Capitol. A ritual from the military. Because this is military propaganda. You have to understand. See? This is the nation's capital. This is what, guys, the military are paid to sleep here. They were ordered. They were literally paid and ordered to sleep here. They're paid to do what they do, and they're ordered to sleep here. These are just actors now at this point for the federal government.
The security.
Don't be surprised if that really is the military's theater branch, like their theater department, actually in this. Don't be surprised if they actually do shit like that.
The security.
Nothing like I've seen. 95 reminds me more just like the 95 Thesis of Martin Luther, the Jesuits countering that. The Jesuits, a military order. Terror 94. Military is 44. And 55. So on a day with 55 numerology, you have the military literally on the front page of the propaganda at Capitol Hill. Catholic 35, 46, 55. So with the military 55. At the Catholic colony, 55-109 military. Today's day with 55-19, like 109 numerology. No, I'm not changing numbers. That's just numerology. You can drop the 0. It's a placeholder. So 109 represents 19. It's a very finite rule. I can't make 19 into 15 or to 14 or to 13. I can't do that. You can do 19, the 10th or 8th prime, excuse me, the 8th prime. But you see what they're doing. I'm not even trying to make this an 8th. You notice how I'm not trying, well, how do you know it's on 8th? Because it's context. And for someone who speaks English, this Rational Wiki guy, he should clearly know English, context. English is all about context, or else he probably can't speak or understand the language. It's so bullshit anyway. Military 109.55. Today's day with 55.19 numerology. And the military is literally acting on the front page of the propaganda. See? Military, 1955. See this? Or excuse me, 109.55. Dana Bash. That equals 49,166, like Secret Society, America 5023, or 5032, excuse me, 49, and the nation's capital. They swore to protect America. Some also joined the riot. See, this is how it should be, though. When we do our thing, we need these people to, well, it'll be helpful if they joined us as well. Swore to protect. Swearing to protect America is taking down Washington, D.C., taking out the Jesuits. That's why, think about it. I mean, well, it depends on the oath. If it's to protect America, the corporation, then no, they should not join the riot. They should, right for, I mean, well, based on what they're swearing to do. In reality, they should say fuck everything. But you know what I'm trying to say? Because America is this corporation. It's not us. It's not this, They're not sworn to protect us or anything, and we not to mention we don't need protection. We don't need that crap. Like, get it out of your head. We don't need protection from the military, from the police. I'm sick of people saying, "Well, what's going to happen?" Why not have like a fucking community? I think that's how shit's always been. That's how shit works. How Cruz wasted your intellect to back Trump's fraud. That's really what it is. They waste the fledgling, drops of intellect left, if it even exists, in these sheep's heads, wasting it. Here's what you need to know about the impeachment. 14th Amendment. What's the 14th Amendment and how does it work? On date with 14 numerology. Today is when they published this. Yep. You see the euro at the bottom left. And here's Navalny, this actor from Russia, says he will return to Russia since recovering after being poisoned. Guys, this is an actor for the Catholic Church. Chinese COVID-19 vaccine, far less effective than initially claimed. More programming, making you think that things from China are inferior, they're bullshit. Racially offensive cheese brand renamed. God. Axe-wielding man smashes New Zealand Parliament building doors. You see this? See, the things that we should be doing, they now have the controlled opposition doing. I think it's very sick, because what do you think it's going to mean then? Now they have more laws, more police, more things in our way that just make things more difficult. Not that they can't be done still, but you know what I mean? These things create more, more laws, more police, more security. Some axe-wielding actor, in New Zealand too, of course. The axe-wielding man in New Zealand at 359. Australian company renames racially offensive cheese brand. Updated at 720. Race 27. Racism 27. I just want to say the name of the cheese. Is Cheer what it used to be, or Coon Cheese? Oh. An Australian food company has officially renamed the famous snack brand after years of complaints that it shared the name with a racial slur. Coon Cheese, is CC33, which has been sold in Australia for more than 80 years, will now be known as Cheer Cheese, is manufactured Wednesday. The new brand will roll out Australian supermarkets in July. Okay. Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben's. I guess this is all part of the 2020, Black Negro year. I was wondering if they mentioned America at all. If that's particular to America. So I can blame them for yet one more fucking thing. Coon 47. Coon Cheese 47. That was Cheer Cheese 84. I mean, come on, 84. Force 213, like death. It's probably not even real cheese. Don't be surprised. Cheer Cheese 84, like Jesuit. Cheer 39. Look at Cheer 30. I was like, they're gonna do this by numbers today. I just knew it. Cheer 30. Announcing this today on Wednesday on 113. 113 is the 30th prime. Cheer 30 on January 13th. They're telling us this. See, this company is run by the Jesuits. And of course, Nigger 30, Tuskegee, Slaves, Slavery 39, Black Man 57, 51, and we know 213, the death number they put on black people all the time. Cheer cheese with that Gematria. So yeah, we're over 2 hours in, so I'm just gonna get ready to end this anyway. It's always the best thing to do. But I appreciate y'all being here, dropping in. Thanks, Zach, for dropping in, sharing knowledge. Keep up the good work as well. I'm really glad to be able to put this out, and that you're still putting this information out, waking people up. Because I'm not giving up either. If they take my channel, I mean, this is my backup channel. They take my channels down. I make a new one. I'll keep doing this because, I'm not the one to sit around and think, oh well, thinking of the results. I just kind of focus on the process. Like the process is exposing this shit. I mean, we're waking up people day by day, slowly and surely, and to me, it's worth trying. Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not, always glad to use my time for this. Yeah, take care, man. You have a great team, my brother, and I'll see you during your stream whenever you stream. I'll keep a lookout. Reminder to everyone: you have to be refreshing YouTube. You have to pretty much stalk YouTube because they don't usually give out notifications for Zach's content because they're suppressing him because his information is critical and they don't want anyone to know this. If they didn't want anyone to know this, that means there's truth to it. It doesn't harm anyone. It's not offending anyone. So there's no only reason to take this research down is because they don't want you knowing it. It's the truth. Zach being on his 20 channel is proof enough. Again, that's why he lets you know, because it proves again how important this research is and what these people are doing. I think it's a very good, lack of better words, credential. I mean, yeah, on your 20th channel, people you got to know. Because anyone who's rational, right? Who's not this type of rational, not this dumbass bullshit written by this garbage human being. I don't know who wrote this, but again, I was like, I don't know if you saw your page on Rational Wiki. This page was last modified January 10th, 2021 at 3:56. They're updating your page at 3:56 p.m., because the Society of Jesus runs Rational Wiki. They run this page. That is, sure, there's always the possibility that it's a mentally ill guy who can't, admit he's wrong that is making this page, but no, it's the Jesuits at 56 minutes the hour updating that. You notice there's more on Rational Wiki page on your Rational Wiki page than Alex Jones, and way more than Mark Dice. And those guys have millions of followers. Yeah, think about it. Mark Dice, guys. If you didn't know, Mark Dice, Alex Jones, those are shills for the government. They're allowed to, do what they're supposed to do. When they took Alex Jones down, that was all by the numbers. It was a ritual. And think about it. They don't talk much about Alex Jones or Mark Dice, but Zach has this huge page. Why? Zach's some guy on YouTube. I mean, I'm using this. Zach's not just some guy on YouTube, but that's essentially like in the, again, you just look at it from that light. If he's just some guy on YouTube, why are they doing it, right? It's because Zach is breaking the barriers with this stuff. That's what he's doing. That's why they have to have this long page about him and about Gematria and call it what, New Gematria. They're trying so hard to discredit this. It's so obvious. Like, this alone should just wake someone up to how important this is. That's why I'm showing you this too. Like, it's important. See, Alex Jones. And they probably, you know, they're talking about viable. They even probably give him props. Oh. Loudest. Yeah, sure. But even then, you could tell they mock Zach way more than they do here. And again, all these things Jones says, the things the government tells him to do. Don't tread on me. That sounds... Look at that. That's 58. Don't tread on me, big Freemasonry thing. And they have Alex Jones' production. Guys, that's what I'm saying. Alex Jones is an actor for the government. Mark Dice. All these people. His name is Mark Schuldice. Schuldice. I mean, these people are just a mockery to the work. And this, look, another Christian show. Mark Dice uses Christianity, right, to suck in his followers. That's what you can just tell, because he's a shill and they say he's Christian. So he's put two and two together. You just know he uses Christianity to make money, to deceive people. Guys, you know, if Zach wanted to do that, he would. I mean, he's not, because he's not that type of person, right? He's a good, honest person. If Zach wanted to, you know, if I wanted to do that, I could too. I could start a Christian channel, talk about how I'm so Christian, how it's all about Jesus, and then I'll tell you a bunch of stuff, and then ask you, I'll be just selling you stuff, getting your money, claiming to be Christian. That's what these people do. Mark Dice, A Call for an Uprising. You gotta watch out for these people. Like, stay away from them. I'm not telling, I hate telling people what to do, but they're just here to waste your time in the street and deceive you. They're coward. Yeah, they're coward trolls. Alex Jones is a fat-headed shitbag. It really is. Bill Cooper exposed Alex Jones decades ago. I haven't even seen any of his material, but I mean, I hope it did expose Alex Jones. Wiki gives you 201 for search results. Oh my goodness. I probably do. Alright guys, see, I think that's the cue. I know we're all here having fun, so it's hard for me to close this off, but I'll just end it now before, I just keep going. Cause I'm just here ranting at this point, and I can go on all day, because yeah, people sell Patreon tiers for $10 to $100 regularly, and all they give you is some merch and signed posters. Exactly. Here's actually giving you knowledge, sports, how to decode sports, picks, all these things that can make you a shit ton of money, give you a lot of knowledge. At least see how the sports are rigged. Plus more books, special streams, everything. I mean, and then the guy at Rational Wiki's talking bad on this Patreon. Like, guys, people choose to sign up to the Patreon. They do it because they want to. I do it because I want to. I love to, It's just, again, so I hope anyone at the end of watching this, they're gonna, be done with this Rational Wiki stuff. They're not gonna believe any of it anymore. Again, guys, they updated Zach's page at 356. That's not an accident. It's the Society of Jesus monitoring it. Sure, is it possible it could be a coincidence? Sure, but I mean, at this point, I don't think it is. So I'll leave it with that one, because I gotta stop myself, guys. You know how it goes. I'll see you next one. See you in the chat and Zach stream. Take care. Peace out.